for many of us living in America, we live in cities. Some of us live in suburbs that are close to cities. But for the most part, over the past 100 years, we've all seen the same thing: congestion, pollution, traffic accidents, deaths, all related to public transportation, right? We don't know anything different since the Industrial Revolution. That's all we've ever seen. But here's a new idea, and it's pretty exciting. And I might actually move to Saudi Arabia because of this. This is Tone's Take with your host, Tony Davis. Well, good evening, folks, and thanks for joining me. Of course, there's a lot of news, a lot of things that have happened today, from Nancy Pelosi, putting up articles to begin the impeachment proceedings or somehow get Trump out of office, to crazy things that are happening in Ethiopia. Apparently, there's some sort of civil war, and I think I might talk about that in a future video. But one thing that struck me today is happening in Saudi Arabia. I'm going to read a little bit about it, and I would love to hear your thoughts on this, because this is a really ingenious, revolutionary idea that focuses on people and not so much industry. And this is something that I'm huge on. I talk about this to people a whole lot, that our capitalism, our industrialism should be more transitory and not something that's here to stay. So anyway, Saudi Arabia's crown prince has unveiled plans today to build a zero carbon city at NEOM, the first major construction project for the $500 billion flagship business zone aimed at diversifying the economy of the world's largest oil exporter. As you know, Saudi Arabia, they make their billions and trillions off of mainly one thing, and that's exporting the oil that is found in their country. And as you've seen, many countries lately, because of the Paris Climate Accords, because of climate change, are starting to scale back on the amount of oil that they import, which means that, Saudi Arabia is not making that much money, so they got to diversify their portfolio a little bit. So in comes the line, and this is what the Saudi Crown Prince Mohammed bin Salman has in his plan. Apparently, this is a rare television appearance. He has called the city the Line. It would extend over 105 miles for us in America, 170 kilometers for everyone else around the world that uses metric. It would be able to house 1 million residents in a carbon positive urban development. And I watched the video. It's about a 3-minute video. I'll link to that as well. But it's pretty cool. I mean, when you talk about futuristic stuff, it's all very concepty. There's nothing like actually there. When I think about stuff, I like to think about Minority Report. For anyone who's actually seen Minority Report, that the cities that they show there and the way of living there is pretty cool, except for like pre-crime and how they sometimes get that wrong. But other than that, I love the technology in Minority Report. If you haven't seen the movie, I highly suggest watching it just to see some of the technology in that movie. But yeah, some of the things that the Crown Prince is quoted as saying, and I'm reading this from a Reuters article, but you can also go to neom.com. There's a whole website. They have a whole, fact sheet about what they're going to do. So why should we sacrifice nature for the sake of development, the prince said. We need to transform the concept of a conventional city into that of a futuristic one. And think about it. Look at all of our major cities: New York City, Seoul, South Korea, Mexico City, Toronto. These are just some of the places that I've been to myself. They are all known for, traffic, congestion, that you can't get anywhere within, under 30 minutes, basically. It takes forever to get anywhere, especially if you're not taking public transportation. And in light of everything that's happened in recent, years with COVID-19, you can't even go out in public because of all that. So this is pretty cool in that it's looking to really transform a lot of that. It's going to be a 26,500 square kilometers high-tech development on the Red Sea with several zones, including an industrial and logistics area, and it's planned for completion in 2025. Am I reading that right? That's in 4 years. They plan on building this thing. I don't think they actually started doing anything yet. So that's just amazing to me. Live where people come first, walk anywhere. Everything is 5 minutes away, and that's schools, that's hospitals, that's parks and nature. Live in harmony with nature, live a simplified life enhanced by predictive technology. And this, to me, I'm like, sign me up. How can I be like one of the first people to live in this place? It's ideally situated at the crossroads of the world, again, connecting 4 distinct ecologies. So you'll have the coastal ecology, which it says here is dramatic coastline, beautiful beaches, and important nature reserves. And then you've got the coastal desert. The landscape features a relatively flat topography and an ideal blank slate for what will be the major transport crossroads, and it stretches inland. It's located at the axis of the north-south corridor, whatever that's going to be. Then the next one is the mountains, home to Jabal al-Lawz, the almond mountain. The region's mountainous landscape is also the most challenging to develop and access. And then finally, you have the upper valley extending into the eastern valley of NEOM beyond the central mountain range and directly connected to Tabuk in the far east, the area featuring rocky outcrops dotted across sandy plains, blah, 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 blah. Again, all this looks like it's going to be really cool. I'm going to press the keep in touch button because I want to be the first person. Apparently there's a Twitter, a Facebook, Instagram, and a LinkedIn account for all this stuff. So they are, Prince Mohammed is like moving ahead. He's like, this city is going to be real. We're going to do it and no one is going to stop me. So I would love to know your thoughts. What do you think about this, this futuristic city, that they plan on building? It's going to be like basically a straight line. It's going to be really interesting. And basically you can get from one end to the other in under 20 minutes. So the future of transportation, maybe they're going to work with Elon Musk and his boring company and bore some tunnels underneath. They're going to have, I don't know. It's going to be really interesting to see. I honestly just can't wait to see it. And I can't wait to live there. Would you move from the United States or from the country that you're watching this to Saudi Arabia, to have a chance at living in this futuristic utopia? Or will it become a dystopia? Is it going to be something that, you know, isn't going to really advance humanity at all? Is it going to be filled with flaws? What are some of the flaws that you guys see? Right now, I can't see any. I think I'm just too starstruck by this. 100% powered by renewables. So many things to talk about that I don't want to go over my time limit for this video. So again, let me know your thoughts. Are you moving to NEOM or whatever it's going to be called, or are you going to stay put in your conventional 19th century city layered with inconveniences? Let me know in the comments, and I'll see you all tomorrow. Peace out.